the related agreement with the IMF. Maybe some of you know that bondholders steering committee filed an amicus brief in the New York District Court last week to push the government to launch the restructure by the 15th of September. This goes to show the complexity of the transaction. A, we got the official creditor committee agreement reached but not signed. It has a bunch of clawback clauses. B, the bondholders' proposal, we are told, the government has agreed to after negotiation, and that there is a 28% nominal haircut, but in 2028, when it really happens, depending on our progress measured in terms of US dollar GDP, the haircut could fall to 15%. The IMF has to agree that the two agreements are within the accepted debt sustainability analysis, or the DSA. The OCC, that is the official creditor committee, must agree that the bondholders agreement is within the comparability of treatment. Thus far, multiple stay orders have been obtained in that district court. A decision on the case could be held back until such time the government reaches agreement with the creditors. These are friendly interventions to give the government time to agree. Now, these are all based on the DSA, which has been agreed between the government and the IMF, which then leads to the negotiations with the creditors. Some say this is outdated, this was agreed upon in 2022, but that's not really the case. Every time the staff level agreement is signed, you update it. But those updates thus far have not made any significant changes to the parameters of debt to GDP, of the gross finance limits, the amount of foreign debt that we could go into year on year, and the gap that need to be closed by the restructure. We can negotiate this agreement with the IMF. There are limits within which we can negotiate and renegotiate with the creditors. It is not as if we can say we will pay it when we can and they will say okay, no problem. That's not how the world works, right?
සමට ජයක් සමගි රටක් සදන සජිත්